Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicholas Source here with producer Scott Sledgester. We're at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, Colorado. We've had a tremendous turnout this weekend, 182 entries. We actually had to raise our minimum first and second place to $904.50. So now first place this weekend at $2,721. Second place went to $1,360. Third place to $805. And then the two bowlers tied for fourth will each get $478. And our three losers of this first round match will each receive $200. Tremendous turnout. Next week, first place will almost be $3,000. It's just getting bigger and bigger, Scott. It's just rocking.
That's amazing.
Good to see.
And that's going to be at Crown.
Yeah. 24-lane center, of course. So there's a chance that you might have to make reservations on your Saturday squad. Sunday we have the whole house, but the squads on Saturday at Crown are 12, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And again, with only a 24-lane house and limited lanes at that, you will have to, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to reserve squads. If you do, you must be there at the latest 1/2 hour, or we go off a waiting list, and you'll have to be moved to the next squad. And that's just the way it goes. And then Sunday, your regular squad time's at 11 and 1. Right now, we had a tie for 8th today between Kyle Bemis of Westminster, I believe. No, Broomfield, up against Marco Popovich of Westminster. In a 9th and 10th frame roll-off, Kyle had the slight handicap advantage. You take 10% of their handicap, plug it in for the two frames, and all Kyle had to do is make a 9-pin spare, and he would advance, but unfortunately pulled the ball, didn't make it. So Marco Popovich advances, and you're seeing him right now on 21 and 22, bowling against Vin Lee of Thornton. And then our 5th and 6th seeded bowlers here on 23 and 24. You have Dan Brown making his first appearance, Dan from Aurora, going up against Rich Lista of Arvada. And then on 25 and 26, making his first appearance in the top 8 is Ryan Leneve of Dacono. Ryan also broke the 300 pot first game of qualifying, and it's the highest scratch game he's ever shot in his life, 288. With his handicap, he shot like 341, good for $320. So he's having a great weekend. Marco, good shot, couldn't carry to 10, so he goes double 9. And Ryan Leneve is bowling John Thomason, and John lives in Thornton. Oh, good break by there, Rich. So again, the three bowlers that fail to advance will each receive $200. Your tournament leader today is Shane Ponce of Lakewood. Second seed is Jeffrey Metz of Aurora. So Jeffrey's going to jump in here and take the lowest remaining seeded player after this round to make 4 bowlers, and then they'll bowl each other, and then the survivor of this format right here will go up against our tournament leader.
Jeffrey's around here?
Hold. Oof. I think I got a prayer on that. It almost looked like Ken Sturgeon. What do you think? Oh, yeah, he's here. He's milling around somewhere.
I think Derek is back there looking very nervous.
Derek
Fawcett.
Oh, yeah. Well, he should, because
he just looked over at us with this look of worry.
Normally it's a 20 minutes a match. We still got 3 more rounds to go, so that puts us at 20-6 already, which means the first league's already going to be bowling. And then the last group comes in at 6. It's going to be close. That's Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
There you go. Take it.
Which is why we put a bounty out on that Irishman.
Yeah, really. All right, Dan
there's
Brown.
Jeffrey. He was outside.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Rich List on a 200 pace. Dan Brown, one open, but doing well.
Now Marco survived a
tiebreaker. It was over. It was over. Match was over. Yeah. Right-hander missing a 9-pin. But again, a lot of pressure. Pulled the ball just enough that he missed it. All right, why not? Here we go. Dan's coming right back. He went gutter spare strike.
He went in pretty straight on that one, but it worked out for him.
Sure. And maybe, 10-pin. Looks like these bowlers on 21 and 22 can't carry. John Thomason does. I would say, Scott, with the league coming in behind us after this round is over,
start pulling.
What I'm going to do is just use 23 through 26, take 21 and 22 out of play. We can remove that one camera and a little safer.
Yeah.
All right, no problem for Rich. Ryan Leneve. There you go. All right.
For those of you who haven't been to Holiday, it has a very small concourse. And once between my gear and all of the league players' gear, it's going to get a little tight in here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay.
Almost like running a tournament at Littleton, where there is absolutely no room in the settee areas now. And so everything that is not in the settee is behind them, and there's just not enough room.
Yeah.
All right, looks like good shot by Vin. All right. So Vin's got, ow.
Oh.
Vin's got 77 and a fourth with spare.
That spin that Ryan put on his ball worked against him.
Yeah. Oop.
Got a snaggletooth quad left.
Oh, wow. He was able to get one. So we're looking at 104 in the sixth for Rich Lista. Of course, not counting the handicap difference. And Dan has a 17-pin advantage on top of it. And there's a great shot. There we go. Ryan Leneve. Okay. Just leaves a 5-9 is Dan Brown, so doing quite well. He's all right. Just all you got to do is close frames when you have the handicap advantage and force your opponent to come get you. Hold. Oh, boy. All right. Good job. Marco leaving looks like a 4-pin. All right, no problem. So Marco's got 89 in the fifth, working on his spare, I believe. No, 89 in the fourth, my fault. He's working on a spare in the fifth. Dan Brown through the face, but fortunate just to leave the 6-10. 96 in the sixth for him. So he's down 8 scratch, but he's up 17 in the handicap differential. So he's up 9 pins. And John Thomason, very lucky through the face, just leaves a 4-7. Hold on, Dan. Attaboy. All right, so Dan Brown makes his spare.
So I'm being asked what the pattern was this week.
This was one of the newer elemental Kegel sport patterns. This one was called Plutonium, 39 feet, 26 mils. Very, very speed sensitive condition, and depending on your ball speed and angle entry, you'll either tear this place up, as some bowlers did, or you'll throw great shots and never carry. Shoot a lot of spares. So.
Right.
It's a teaser pattern, I call them, because you think it's not as difficult as it is until you try to put stuff together.
Well, okay.
So you wind up getting in grind mode, knowing that you got to close frames.
And do we know what the pattern next week will be?
The Crown Special.
The Crown Special. That's right. You came up with your own pattern for that.
I had to. Yeah. But they're getting the hang of it. They're getting the hang of it.
Yeah, I was looking over your schedule next couple weeks. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Crown next week, Coal Creek after that.
Mm-hmm. And then I believe, is it in North Glen?
Bellevue, and then Wheat Ridge.
Bellevue, Wheat Ridge. Okay.
And that will take us through March.
Yep. Oop. Ryan pulls that ball, doesn't get the spare, so he's at 106 in the seventh with an open. He's given John Thomason an opportunity here. But again, Ryan, this is the first time Ryan's made a cut. Not only does it the first time he makes a cut, but he makes the top 8. So there's a lot of nerves here. All right, Rich Lista covers his spare. I'm wondering if Dan Brown's wife is wearing the same color socks for her hat. What do you think?
I don't know. The way she's laughing, it kind of makes me say yes.
Come on, Dan. Get lucky. All right. Good job. Close those frames.
I don't know who's more nervous, Dan or his wife.
Oh, his wife. Guaranteed. Ooh, that went high and hard through the head. So he's got 101 in the sixth working on a spare. Vin Lee. And Ryan, I don't think it's coming up. Nope. So Ryan, unfortunately, the nerves are starting to get to him. John Thomason needs a... Ooh, okay. It's all right. He's still okay.
Vin Lee's got some interesting friends.
Oh, please.
They offered me money to insult him.
It was so I heard that. I started laughing so hard. Those guys are nuts. They are crazy. But they have so much fun together. It's great. Yeah, John Thomason responds. And Dan. Okay. All right. I think he left the same thing he missed the last frame. 3-9. 122 in the eighth. 22. He's down about 5 pins, so that's become a very close match all of a sudden. And Marco. Oh, real high. Couldn't double up. Leaves a 4-7. So he's going to have 129 in the sixth. Up 28.
With Dan's spin on that, I was afraid he was going to get the first and spin out and miss the sleeper, but he was able to pull through.
Yeah, Marco's up 11. These matches are very close, believe it or not, with the handicap differences. Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh. He was begging for that.
Rich almost leaves a big 4 there.
Yeah, 4, 6, 7. No problem for Marco. 129 in the sixth, working on a spare in the seventh.
Marco's here representing 10 back.
And what a great try. Only gets one though, so he's got 149 in the ninth.
Another half a board to the right.
Yeah,
he would have
could
had
have.
it.
Well, it's a very. You'll make the 4-6 probably once in your lifetime, really. But he got very close to doing it. Ryan, he's wheeling the ball out, can't get the ball back. Another washout. And Dan Brown's right back in this match. And Rich is going to finish, but can't double. The best he can do is 169. And 69, and the best Rich Lista can do is 204 with handicap. All right. So Dan Brown does not need to double. He just needs to close the 10th. So again, if Rich strikes here, he'll go 169, and with his handicap shoot 204. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, he pulled it runaway. Leaves a 136. So he's got 166, 201 with his handicap. All Dan Brown needs is count and a mark. Count, spare. Or a strike would be good. Take the pressure off his wife. Come on, Dan. Get lucky. All right. Very good. 150 and what's he got? 52. So right now he's at 202. I think he's already won. Yes, he has. Wow. Dan Brown outgrinds, wins his first match. Good shot by Vin Lee.
And his wife just took a big sigh of relief.
All right, makes a spare anyway. That's cool. All right, so Rich Lista is going to go home tied for 6, $200. Now Dan Brown's in the mega pot. Now we're talking money.
Yeah.
New set of golf clubs, maybe. I don't know.
That's right. His wife's a pro golfer, isn't she?
All right. Good job. Very nice. 210 to 201. Dan Brown wins match number 1. And Ryan flags him. What the hell was that? 9?
Yeah.
Ah, poor guy. So what's he shoot? I'm having a hard time seeing him.
He's at 153. No, I'm sorry, that's John. He's at 140.
And then 201 with his
and then
handicap?
201 with her handicap. John's sitting at 153 after 9.
Let's see.
188 with handicap.
No, 153 after 8. Isn't it? No, after 9.
Yeah, after
so
9.
if he goes 73. So he just needs a mark?
And he won't get it.
73. What did he do?
Well,
no, he
got
just
7.
needs a mark.
You said mark, not
208.
strike. Yeah.
So he goes spare strike, he shoots 208. So basically he needs to make the 245 and decent count, and he'll advance. He did.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what Marco needs here. See. As long as he doesn't open, Marco Popovich is in pretty good shape against Vin Lee. John Thomason wins. So he defeats Ryan Leneve. Ryan's going to go home tied for 6th. Rich Lista tied for 6th. And let's see. So now it's up to Marco and Vin Lee to see who moves on. Get it. There we go. That's huge. That's good night, Irene. Let's see. $41. Best Vin Lee can do is 191 plus 191, 3221. And Marco's already at 211, and he hasn't started the 10th frame yet. So Vin Lee is going to also get disposed of. So looks like Jeffrey Metz is going to bowl Marco Popovich. And Dan Brown going to take on John Thomason. Well, somebody's going to bowl in the same lane. There's nothing they can do about it. Of course. My life continues to not be good. All right, let's see. So Jeffrey is going to bowl Marco. I'm going to put them on 23 and 24. And Dan Brown will bowl John Thomason on 25 and 26.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, at
either
this point, it really
one
doesn't.
of them is already bowled on 1.
Yeah.
The only other option to keep them fresh would put them on 21, 22, which we want to shut down.
Yes. Don't want to go there. Don't want to be that close to the league coming in.
Because they're going to use up to 20?
18.
Up to 18.
But just to be safe. Yeah, Marco Popovich 228. Vin Lee cannot catch him. So now we're going to have Metz and Marco on 23 and 24. I know, I can't. I got to get out of there. Put them on 23 and 24, and you're going to put Dan Brown and John Thomas in on 25 and 26. Yeah. Yeah. Where did Marco bowl? Oh, he bowled here. Yeah, we could do it, right? Can I do that?
Dan bowled on 23 and John bowled on 25.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. One's going to bowl. Yeah. Can't do it. Yep. All right, so our first round is over, folks. 3 bowlers going home with $200. That's Vin Lee, Eric Leneve, and Rich Lista. So when we come back, round 2 of our matches. Now our 5 remaining players are in the Megapot, and you'll see that match in just a moment. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Holiday Lanes. We'll be back in just a moment.
A little technical.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 of our Top 8 Finals format here at Holiday Lanes. And Jeffrey Metz of Aurora is going to lead off on lane 23. He's bowling Marco Popovich of Westminster. And then Dan Brown of Aurora is taking on John Thomason of Thornton. Marco's got to spot Jeff 26, and John Thomason spotting Dan Brown 17. All right, remember again, key is making spares.
And Dan Brown's wife is on oxygen.
Yeah, she's on something. But that's cool. That's good to see. $478 to the bowler that fails to advance now. And then we go 805, 1360, 27, 21. Nice week. See? How's Mama doing? Good. Did I just con you into this, or were you leaving? I'm good at conning you into shit. You know that.
It works.
Okay, good.
Well, Al Wolf has joined us in the booth to rescue you from me.
No, actually to rescue the people listening from Nolan. Nice shot.
They love Nolan. What do you mean rescue that?
Marco started his day on 21 and 2, shot 260, and then his last 2 games were on 21 and 2. I'm sure he's glad to be gone from there.
And I think we didn't have a lot of lefties bowl again this week. We had a few more than prior week, but it's tough when you come in and you can't even see a bowler that, you know, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, that you can take a look at and see what he's doing, how his ball is reacting, how his release is, all that stuff. Sometimes you just go in blind, you just throw the ball and see what happens and try to make adjustments as quickly as you can.
Biggest thing with lefties is if you don't have a look, you're not gonna.
Right.
It's not gonna change.
Exactly right. And I have actually modified that crown shot for next week. The lefties had absolutely nothing. I mean, nada. So
You don't have to hide it as much over there on that side.
Man, yeah, I gotta ease it up on that side. It's still going to be hard, but nowhere near as it was the last 2 times. You know, and if you're the only one there, like you said, you got nobody to help you. Oof,
Yeah,
that is
your
just
look is your
brutal.
look. It's fresh every time.
Exactly. %. So if you had 35, 3.5 a frame. If you had 13, 1.3 a frame. So that's the only thing we could do. A lot of our bowlers that never seeing a 9th and 10th frame roll off with handicap.
Yeah.
I personally don't like it because I hate to see somebody lose by 0.4, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
under our time constraint, we really didn't have a choice. But realistically, that was Kyle's match to win, and he didn't take advantage of it.
Yep, it played out just fine.
Yeah. Dan Brown. Come on. Ooh. He's got his wife's luck, I think. Look at it. First time he's made the top 8, he's like on cloud 9. And Jeffrey. Oh.
That's why they put that wall there.
Yeah, I guess.
That was a nice pickup. Especially since he's my pick to click.
Oh, God. We have to go through that again.
I
All right,
don't
who do I
like
have?
the replays here. You get to see yourself at the line.
I know.
It's not something you want to see sometimes.
Well, what I like about it is the guy will say, yeah, I said I came through the ball pretty good, this and that. Everything looked great, and I'm watching him. And he's actually off balance and steps out of the shot. And I'm going, did you see what I just saw? Come on, guy. And you wonder why you came up late. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. John Thomason. Ooh, that's a strange
How do you do
leave.
that? It's
Is
not
that-
a leave. That he tried to make that spare
okay,
and left
I
the
understand. Where was it? 3,
Man, must
3,
have been
8, something like it. Weird.
3-8.
Is what it was. Yeah,
3-8 left.
really bizarre.
Must be a lighter ball. I'm going with that.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Marco is he's using up all those lives. I think if he's a cat, I think he's down about 5. Nice shot.
It's a polished up all road. I know that because I polish it a lot for him
Okay.
before Tuesday.
For Tuesday night, of course.
Well, Marco has the Staten Island Wizard on his side.
Of course.
I always give him a hard time. He comes in, and if
Yeah.
he doesn't stop it, I'm like, you're going to shoot like 6'10" tonight because you didn't stop it and get that thing shined up.
Oh, good.
And then he shoots 820.
Yeah, yeah. Disgusting. I know.
Yeah.
All right, since since Poggi took the lone lefty, I'm going to take the leader. The hell with you, Poggi. I'm going to take Shane. He hasn't won in a
I
while.
was going to take him. I have some inside information.
Oh, no. He got in just a hair inside and got a little bit more conditioner. He leaves the 3-6-7. Makeable. Meanwhile, Dan Brown, what did he leave? 5-pin?
It looks like a 2-pin.
Or a 2-pin? Yeah, it's hard. My angle is not the best here.
Your angle, it would look like a 5-pin.
Yeah. All right, good
You
job.
would have made either.
Oh, that's going to be close. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Excellent split conversion. Ooh. That's probably one of the best balls that Dan's thrown. He leaves a stone 4-9. Jeffrey. Come up slight. 2-4-5.
Where's the final on 23 and 4?
They'll be right here.
Yeah.
Because I'm blind as a bat. I need all the help I can get, which is why you're sitting next to me.
I was just going to say, like, see whose looks good on 23 and 4.
And, all right, smart move. Get the one.
Well, Dan didn't have a bad one last round. So
85 in the 5th to 40, 60. That's pretty close over there. Jeffrey makes his spare.
14 pins here, and we'll say that it's half of what it is down there.
Nice shot. All right, so John Thomason strike off on a spare. Now he's going to try and double. Got a little bit of a
10,
lead.
17 down there.
Jeffrey. Oh, almost. All right, leaves a 10.
I don't know if Marco can strike enough to make up the difference. So if he just stays clean and doesn't get in trouble, he's kind of controlling his own destiny here on 23 and 4.
Ooh,
And
John Thomason comes back with a double.
I'm pretty sure that makes it almost tied down there.
Yeah. And Jeffrey, no problem with the 10. Good for him. All right. So 67 in the 4th, spare in the 5th. And Marco's on the old Dutch 200 pace.
Looks okay.
Ooh, good shot.
I feel like I should watch it on the stream, but then it'll be like behind. Because that angle looked okay, but we're a little offset here.
Dan. I don't know. Oh, Dan. This is single pin. Single pins will kill you. So he opens in the 6th, 94. Not over yet, though. But John Thomason doubles and Dan opens, and that turned that match around.
It's got to get up.
Marco. Oh, yes.
If I could crumple the bucket that many times, I'd probably be a lot better at this.
You think? Ball speed, son.
I bowled semis with him, and like the bucket was like if he threw a good one, it was a 7-pin.
Yeah.
But he crumpled a bucket about 20 times. I left a 4.79 to basically end my day.
Yes, thank you very much. Jeez.
I was on 22, which doesn't hook much, and it hooked once.
Just once.
Just once. Just enough.
Yeah. Come on, Dan. Attaboy. All right. So Dan Brown, 94 in
I'm pretty sure that's
seventh.
we're like tied on that match.
94 in the 6th. 90, yeah, you're right. And John Thomason can take a slight lead with
a strike
arm.
here. I think he takes the lead if he gets a spare.
Oh,
here.
there you go.
Still tightish.
Hit him thin. Watch him spin Popovich. Wow, John got lined up. Yeah, he's got 3 in a row.
That gives him the lead too.
Yep. Probably 5 pins. Extended to 15 with another one. And Jeffrey comes up late, 2-4-5. Seen that a few times already.
Unless it's Marco, because it falls
Because he
over
carries
somehow.
it. Yeah.
It falls over somehow.
What the hell's wrong with him? Come on. All right. Leaves a 6-10. Nice shot by Jeffrey. Okay.
I just said a few frames ago that Marco doesn't seem to have a look where he can make up pins, and he's making up pins.
Yeah.
We're all square-ish on that one.
Yeah, he was going to be close.
If they both strike in the 7th, we're tied.
John Thomason, no problem with that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he pulled that badly. Kind of fortunate. 138. That could have been a lot worse. 101 in the 6th. Yeah, that's within 6 pins right now if he makes the spare. And Dan Brown, what's he doing here? 2-5?
Yes. Oh, no.
Jeff, he pulled
Get 'em
it,
all.
but couldn't get it quick. So he's open in the 7th. He's got 110 in the 7th with an open. And Marco can really take advantage of this now if he can throw another one here. And Dan. Oh, ball does not quite come up. He's open in the 8th.
It's going to make it tough down there.
121
Now he's
in
got to
the
make
8th.
up pins.
Yeah. Hey. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
Who's in second? Shane Ponce's in first for
Jeffrey Metz.
Jeffrey Metz.
And Dan, can he get a break? Looks like a 9. Meanwhile, Marco throws a 3-bagger.
And he's pacing like a nervous cat.
Who?
Marco.
Yeah. Well,
How do you think he crumples the bucket so much?
oh, Dan. We're going to have to work on his spare shooting.
Yeah.
Just like golfers, they have to work on their putting or their irons or whatever.
Yeah. Short game.
Short game, yeah. They gotta work on a short game.
Same idea. You spend all the money on the bigger balls, but the only one that really makes any money is the... Looks okay.
Yeah, it does.
Told you to leave a 7-pin. See?
Oh, hey.
I don't know.
7-pin. Ooh. John
Man.
Thomason.
Might switch my pick.
64 in the
If the final zones was on 25 and 6, I'd pick him.
Nope, it's right here. That matches. Ooh. 93. That match is pretty much over. John, I don't even think John needs to mark in a 10th, and he's on a strike.
You can get to 12, and he just passed 12, so that one's over.
Yep.
He's already got him by
Alright,
15.
So John Thomason advances. And, boy. All right, Marco covers his spare. 159 in the 7th. Spare in the 8th. And there we go. John Thomason, no problem. All right. So Dan Brown ties for 4th. He's going to make $478 this afternoon. Good job for Dan. And Jeffrey, oh, got lucky. 1, 2, 30, 90. Yeah, Jeffrey pretty much has to go spare a sheet here. Give him a little bit of cushion. Nice shot. 204.
204
Yeah.
scratch, 39 with pins.
Yeah.
And I think we have a winner here, too.
Yes. And the best thing you do now is what? 178 plus his handicap.
And get 27 more is 09.
Yeah, yeah. Marco's going to advance. So Jeffrey Metz, our 2nd seed, will tie for 4th. But again, good weekend, $478.
Pogie, hush. If it does, Nick will fly out to Staten Island and hurt you.
Why?
What do you think?
What's he saying? Oh, no. He won't live to see the sunrise.
He's already wrong. It can't end there. I guess it technically can still, but
Still, yeah.
Margo has to go 9 out to get to 07. And Jeff would have to get the next 2. And then some weird count.
Pogie, if you want to double that $40 you owe me, I'm betting you that ain't going to happen. So $80 or nothing. Tell me what you want to do. But if we do tie, let me see. Can I get a flight for $80 to Staten Island, commit murder, and come back in time for coffee? I don't know.
Oh, no.
That looks pretty good. Ooh, came up at the end, least 610. 177.
Plus 2 is 7. Oh, no.
Oh, someone turned on the Arctic air.
Yeah,
It's cold out there.
it's called the front door. Yeah.
It was like 60 when I got here, and it's 28
20?
now.
Yeah, exactly. And we never get sick. Yeah, right. All right. Good job. 2-0. 78.
So he can get to
6.
217.
I think 9 and a 10th will be enough.
Yeah, 9 is.
Well, good count.
Because 9 is 18. 8-1 is a tie.
God. All right, Marco, leave us 7.
8-1, and then Jeff would have to strike out. Anything more than 8,
Hey,
he wins.
we've seen anything and everything happen.
If I would have struck out, I would have been plus 57. Oh, no.
Hurry,
Hook.
you don't like it.
Oh, he got the 7 out. He's
Okay,
fine.
so 1-3.
Just needs to get them both.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, 195.
See, that's 16. If he
203.
gets 1, that's 17. That's his math score. I'm just saying.
Wait, do you guys have a jinx on me or what?
No.
Nah.
I mean, the odds that he gets 1
Nah,
of
but
this are not good.
don't go there.
Well, we're just going to flip a coin if it happens.
Two-headed.
It says all the money goes to the producer.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Try to get that to happen. That looks just fine.
Let's go.
Thank you, Marco. Knew I liked him for a reason. All right. Strike gives him 215 scratch and 13 for 228. And let's see.
It's 11 pins more than the other guy.
Yep. Best that Jeff can do is
17.
217. Yeah. He's already got it in hand. So our semifinal match right here on 23 and 24 is going to feature John Thomason and Marco Popovich. Boom, good shot. All right, 216, 229 with handicap.
228.
Oh, well, okay. Pin here, pin there. As long as it's not a tie, I don't care. Jeffrey had a good weekend. Did good. Come on. All right.
Irish.
No, not yet.
Oh, God, he knocked me out.
My club takes care of me. They know what I drink, and it's not alcohol. So coffee? Yeah, you got it. All right. Good. I tell you, Jeffrey he had a good weekend. He's going to shoot 158, just slightly under his average. He's going to shoot 197 with handicap. That's very respectable. And good. Throws a great shot. Leaves an 8. All right. 157. 196 with handicap for $478. All right, folks, when we come back, our semifinal match right here on 23 and 24 is going to feature our 5th seed, John Thomason, taking on our 8th seed, Marco Popovich. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, Colorado. We'll be back in just a moment.
Three.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa. I'm here with Alfred Wolf, Best Pro Shops, Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and we're here with Scott Sledgister, our producer here at ColoradoSports.TV. This is our semifinal match at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, and it features our 5th-seeded player, John Thomason of Thornton, taking on our 8th-seeded player, Marco Popovich. Keeps grinding along. Marco lives in Westminster, and John, being a higher-seeded player, is going to lead the match. So shake hands, and away we go. All right, and John's going to have a 22-pin advantage. And Marco's going to finish first, so.
See the difference right there when you have someone else get your drinks?
You're killing me. Oh, boy. So Poggy's got Marco. I got Ponce. You got a piece of Marco. I'll give you half. How's that?
No, I
or
want
Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane hasn't won in a while. He's due. And he has been throwing the ball pretty good lately. And you got the recaps? Oh, okay. Got you. Got you, buddy. All right, John Thomason sparing the first. John's most recent title was a doubles title with Ken Bailey. And it's been a little while for Marco. Set. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, he kind of knew it. 4-7-10.
You know that 7-2 would have ended in a tie last game too.
Will you stop with the ties? Are you like you're not worried about food or anything like that? Or the league bowlers coming in behind you driving you crazy? No, you don't worry about that
I
stuff.
don't know. Maybe the wife at home. Should probably.
Give it a ride. No. Oh, chops the 4 off the 7. All right. So 8 open, frame number 1. So now John's already up 34. Three bowlers left, with somebody going to take home $2,721. Next week it's $2,900 and change, and possibly $3,000 if we can get the turnout where we have to increase first place guarantee. So, boy, Marco all of a sudden has lost it. 4-6. Didn't like either one.
Marco's not normally camera shy, so that's...
No, it has nothing to do with it. He doesn't even know we're here realistically. He's just watching his mark and watching ball reaction. All right. So unfortunately he goes open, split. So 17 in the second. All right. So now the decision is, does he make a bad shot? Does he need to change equipment? Does he need to change his line? That's the thought process going through that beady little head right now.
We don't have second games on this.
Yeah. That game has to be in.
What is his score?
He was a second seed.
Hey, Connor's just asking for scores.
No, I did not.
Well, John's able to spare that one up. You're back on.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Came off to the side. Boy, it rolls up and he carries.
There you go.
He'll take that kind of mistake all day.
Oh, please. You got to love it. All right. So, spare strike for John Thomas, and Marco's got to put it in overdrive here. Get into focus mode. No, doesn't like that either. No, he's late, leaves a bucket.
First one all day.
Is he not comfortable with clearing that ball or what? That one looked like he got out of it early.
Yeah. He seems to be grabbing his thumb, and he uses interchangeables. So.
Yeah.
think he's just trying to do a hand position thing, and it's just not coming off right.
The fact that the temperatures dropped 60 degrees in the last 4 hours have anything to do with it? And we're in front, right beyond the front door.
Yeah.
Welcome to Colorado. And it'll be 60 tomorrow after the snow melts. Good shot. All right. So, split, bucket spare. But he's got a ways to go. Marco's trying to go in Zen mode.
It gets really quiet when he's playing.
I know. Marco used to have that hitch in his delivery where he almost stopped.
He likes that one.
Still light, but getting closer. Leaves the 3. It's like he would take 2 steps and almost stop and then continue. And he's worked on that and really gotten fluid over the last couple of years. Were you able to get that? Okay. All right, semifinal match here, folks. Loser takes home $805. Second place today, 1360, and our winner, 2721.
Now, for some reason, Pogge is saying he'd like to see a match between Jason Poole and Chief White.
Oh, that would be almost as funny as Chief and Dennis Glover.
Yeah.
Because there would be some serious bull going back and forth. It'd be fun to watch, that's for sure.
Very serious bull.
Maybe. Oh, little high, leaves a 4. Could have used that double to help himself even more. At this point, like we were talking about before, just close frames. And right now, Marco is not in strike mode, so.
Even if he were, he's already up almost 50.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Wow.
Oh.
He let that one go, and I thought it was going dead left. And
To maximum purple haze.
yeah, okay.
Lots of
Yeah.
plastic.
98 hardness on the durometer.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere. You know, I had one ball years ago that actually punched out over 100. Do you remember the Manhattan green ball? We used to call it the Green Phantom. You could throw that ball on a lane that had no oil in it for a week, it wouldn't move. All right, leaves at 5. We're in.
Lots of hands going up here.
Of course.
Cody even came in from outside with his hand up.
He tried his best to miss that. You know that.
Yeah.
Tried his best to miss that. But like you said, that great surface.
Yeah.
Refusing to do anything.
Tried.
Frame number 5 from Marco. Get up. Excellent shot. All right. Time to go.
This is when we learn if the lanes are the same.
Mm-hmm. That was a great shot.
Because 23 was pretty good. He liked it. Just didn't finish. And then that one, I assume he made an adjustment. And if he likes this one and it doesn't strike,
Yeah.
I would say it's probably over.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Because even if he doubles, he's still down scratch. And he's spotting him 22 on top of it. With 4 frames to go. Not likely. Oh, that's pretty good. Come on. There we go. 6-8 conversion for a double.
Well, that double helped him.
Yeah. Well, the light at the end of the tunnel is there, but it's just about
Still need some help.
yeah, noticeable. Let's see what Johnny can do here. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, he's lucky. Lucky he just left it 2. I thought he was going to go 2-4-7 on that shot.
His release gets the ball rolling pretty forward. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and to think I almost wore a T-shirt.
Lucky you. All right, so John makes the spare.
And Deadwood.
97 in the 5th, spare in the 6th. "15 minutes of fame," although it's more like 15 seconds of
Yeah,
fame.
that was quick.
Yeah, you don't mess around. That's what I like. Get it done.
Quick guest appearance.
Yes. That's it. Oh, okay. Good idea. He's doing both. Hold. Look out. Well, 6-10. 115 in the 6th.
He just needs to know that he needs to just make
Yeah.
the spares. Like, don't get so down
No.
on not striking.
I don't think he realizes how much in command he is, that he just needs to close frames, puts pressure on him. All right, good shot. All right. John Thomason, spare in the 7th. This could be the shot, wouldn't you say? Marco converts here, we're still alive, otherwise,
We're definitely getting to that point.
yeah.
That's going to hook a lot.
Look at this.
Told you about those buckets.
Wow.
I called it.
And that's the difference between left-handed and right-handed.
I'm pretty sure the 5-pin took all those.
Well, you don't have a brain. It don't matter. Yeah, there you go. He needed every one of those, though. Gives him, there you go, 116, 146 in the 7th. Yeah, you can
With
cut
some
it to
31.
almost single digits if you can throw another one here. So this match is not over yet. Getting tighter by the moment, and don't say it.
Oh, I'm not saying it. I want to get to dinner.
Yeah. After we plow our cars out. Okay,
Same
get up,
shot.
get up, get up. And, oh, can't get the 7 out.
But the bucket fell.
Yeah. Okay, so the marks here. We got 135 in the 7th, spare in the 8th. And actually would be a scratch match with John Thomason up 22 with 3 frames to go. No problem. Good shot. All right. So Marko Popovic converts that 7-pin, frame number 8. Close match.
Right now, the spreadsheet says he's down by 2.
He's frame ahead, though.
Yes. It's actually scratch, and John's ahead by the handicap difference, which is 22 pins. Let's see what he's going to do here. That's going to cross over. Ooh, went high through the head pin, leaves the 610. You know, the 610 is becoming the right-hander's nightmare for spare conversion. I know about it firsthand.
I think I may
Doesn't
well
matter
need
what
to
bowling ball I use, they love to chop the 6 off the 10. Well, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. All right, so spare in the 8th. Down 20. Or up 20, my fault. And let's see if he can mark here in the 9th.
I think we want to strike here.
Mm-hmm. Give him a chance. Foundation frame.
It's pretty good.
Oh, very lucky.
Still.
And what does he leave? The 610. Rolling the dice.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
So that's 6.
All right.
You can get to 36. So Marco can't make him not win.
And the
So Marco
best,
can only get to 28.
the best John can do is what, 36?
36.
Okay.
And Marco can get to 28.
Okay.
So he pretty much needs the next 3 to
Yes, correct.
make him try.
Yep. Put a little bit of pressure on him.
Doesn't
Sit.
hate it.
Nice shot. Very good. 155 in the 8th. Spare in that all-important 9th frame, or strike in that all-important 9th frame. Needs it. Got to have another one.
18 is the difference right now.
Yep. Tenth frame, Marko Popovich. Gotta throw at least another one here, minimum.
Hook, hook.
Yep. Nope. So 1379. So if he converts,
We'll get 8
best he can do is
more.
196 and 13,
Yeah.
209. Basically, John just needs good count at this point.
He needs 6 pins.
Yeah,
Even if Marco makes this.
and doesn't look like it's going to happen. So unfortunately, Marco opens in the 10th frame, ends up shooting 183, scratch 196 with handicap, and that's not going to be enough. He's going to go home in 3rd place, but he takes home $805, and the curse of Pogie is alive and well once again.
Yeah, Poggi acknowledged that a couple frames ago.
You think? It looks like our championship match is going to feature John Thomason and our tournament leader Shane Ponce. Again, John of Thornton and Shane of Lakewood. And, okay, 3-9. That's enough, though. Marco had a good showing considering he was this far away from going home in 9th place. And instead of $140, goes home with $805. I'll take that all day. Let's see if we can convert this spare. That looks pretty good. Will it hold? Absolutely. All right. So 189 is his potential for 224. That's it.
Can we let
Okay,
him put
good
the house
job.
shot out on 23 and 4 halfway through the game?
What's that?
Can we let him put the house shot out on 23 and 4 halfway through the game?
Why not, right? All right, so John Thomason going into our championship match. He's going to go up against Shane Ponce of Lakewood. Again, Marco Popovich, great effort. $805 for third. When we come back, you'll see that match here. Again, we're at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, Colorado. Amateur Bowlers Tour Denver branch. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here with Alfred Wolf, the infamous Alfred Wolf III. The third.
Yeah.
Scott Sledgister, Colorado Sports TV, our championship match here at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood for the Amateur Bowlers Tour Denver branch. Our leader, Shane Ponce of Lakewood, he's looking for title number 3. He's going to allow John Thomason, who was our 5th-seeded player, looking for title number 8. Bowlers are going to shake hands. There's an 11-pin difference in John's favor. And here we go. Good money today. $13.60 is the minimum. And again, the winner, $27.21. And that's with the Megapod. The Megapod's huge for next week.
Where's it at, Crown?
Crown, yeah. We might have to reserve squads. Get back to that mode. Ooh. Good start. 1, 2, 7, 10.
There's an 8-pin in there, too.
Is it really? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Hold? Nope.
Got
All right. So, 8 open, frame number 1. And now, first look at Shane Ponce. Shane's been in and out of the bowling business over the years. Michael Kiley was running Golden Bowl. Shane was up there helping out anywhere from lane mechanic, lane man, pins chaser, doing all kinds of stuff for Mike.
I miss Golden Bowl.
Everybody does.
It's pretty good.
Oop, light, 245, unless he's got the 8 back there as well. Nope, 245.
So much for the house shot.
And hold. Ooh, hooked away. So he's 8 open. He just felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Figure, what the hell, give it right back to him. So we still have a 12-pin advantage for John Thomason. That looks pretty good, Al. Yep. The old saying, I liked it off his hand, and I absolutely did. That was a great shot. So in between shots here, give the folks at home that I know there's been a lot of new releases out for equipment. If you want, go through a couple of them for me and give me some difference. I know we got just on the Rotogrip Storm side, you got the UFO. You got the Phase 3.
Those are the older ones.
Yeah, really?
Now you got the Omega, the pitch
Oh,
purple.
yeah, the Omega. Is it or the Omega Crux?
Omega Crux,
Okay.
pitch purple,
Right.
were the latest 2 from Storm, and then there's a nuclear cell.
Oh, yeah, that's
One
right. I
back
did
to
see
the
that in your
cell
pro
line.
shop the other day. Yeah.
That's on the 6th, I believe.
Okay.
Um,
So coming out the end of this week, basically, release
Yeah.
date. Okay.
and then on the 5th, you have some Brunswick stuff, a Prism Warp, a U-Motion, which is also a softer urethane, similar
Okay.
to the pitch purple or purple urethane.
Okay.
And one more, which is going to escape me. Oh, the Results from Radical and
Okay.
the Closer Hybrid. It's hard to keep them them all straight. And then you just had the, yes, the 2 Hammer Redemptions come out.
God.
With the Fugitive as well.
Hold. Ah.
And 2 Ebonite balls, the Omni and the Allure.
So basically, you got this, 12,000 square foot warehouse to keep all this stuff?
Yeah. And then Motive just came out with the Trident.
Okay, yeah, I heard that. Yep.
And they have Trident Nemesis, and then they have the Ripcord Flight and the...
Attaboy, good shot.
If you've watched on tour, they have another tank coming out. Desert tank, I believe.
So that keep you busy.
Yeah, and then you got the 2 new Columbia balls and 2 new track balls coming out as well.
Oh, my God.
Track has the... I should go look at my bag. They're over there.
I don't blame
Probably
you when you
should
get 16 bowling balls coming out in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's crazy. But obviously more than enough.
Yes. Looks good again.
Thin? Yeah. All right.
Man, there's a lot.
Yeah. Well, and the sweet part is, a lot of guys, they really don't. Some guys will say, "Well, I strictly like this brand or whatever, or this bowling ball company." But realistically, if a guy's walking in, he's going to come in with his stuff, and he'll look at you and he go, "Ah, look, you've seen my PAP. You know how I roll the ball. Blah blah blah. This is what I got. What do you recommend to fill those gaps?" When the lanes are changing and you need just to ball down a little bit or just get up a little bit stronger. And really at that point, you have to know your equipment and just basically say, based on what I've seen from you, here,
Yeah,
put this ball in your hand and let's go see how it rolls.
the biggest difference between manufacturers are the covers are generally a little different. So like all the high-end covers are slightly different, and the cores are a little different. But so if someone's partial to one or the other, it's kind of tough to piece in other balls outside of that.
Unfortunately.
Which is why you kind of see people stick with a brand.
Sure.
Because it's, more predictable, the differences.
Right after that double by Shane Ponce, he goes 6-count split but gets 3. So he's got 62 in the 4th.
One of the track balls is the Proof.
Oh, yes.
Authority and the Outlook are the Columbia balls.
Do you think these guys are ever going to run out of names?
I don't know. Brunswick and Columbia and a handful of
Oh, yes, he did carry. Okay.
releasing the old ones, so
Yeah.
repurposing some of the names.
Unfortunately, I think that there were some times that I think that they discontinued a production too soon. I mean, there were a couple balls out there, and a lot of guys are disappointed that they went back to get it, and all of a sudden they couldn't get it anymore.
Yeah.
The IQ Gold, for example, was a tremendous ball around here anyway. I don't know how it was doing in other parts of the country. And when they went in to get one, they found out they couldn't get it anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think they're a little too quick. There you go. Okay, crosses over, but gets a double. That's huge. So he gets a double. Shane got a double, but opened. And now John is just, he's starting to move away. This could end rather quickly. Shane's got to get back on it. But I remember years ago in the Bowler's Journal, the ball guide, remember?
Yeah.
You'd have 4 new balls a year. We get that in a week.
Yes.
And we got a tenth of ball manufacturers out there that we had back
Absolutely.
then. It's a riot. Sit. Nice shot. All right, he needs to do that. Good ball. He needs to keep going.
I think the lanes are definitely different at this point. That's exactly what Shane did on 23, the previous shot, and the result was quite different.
Doubles here, you can get to 92. He's still going to be behind, but it'd be much closer. Boy, if he didn't get that split in frame number 4, this match would really be tight. See if he can get another one here. Get that adjustment off of that split from the last frame, or that he was here. And gave it room. It's going to hook up, and he carries. All right, good shot. All right, so both bowlers with doubles.
There's quite a bit of confidence off his hand there.
Yeah, really.
Well, folks, it's going to get a little bit louder in here.
No.
That's
because they cut high wind off at the bar.
Well,
got one league coming in and one league right behind us.
You never know what Hyde's going to say.
Good point, yes.
I mean, according to him, Vin's got a small PB.
I'm not going there. You'll do anything for money.
Yes, I will.
You are absolutely disgusting.
I am a media whore. What can I say?
I think we'll get to see how light his ball is here.
Yeah.
How far right of the 3-pin does it need to be to get there?
It's going to be close. Nice shot. All right, excellent. 92 in the 5th, spare in the 6th. So basically they're tied scratch at this point. So John's up 12, or is that right? 12 or 11? 24, 36.
11.
Okay, 11. All right.
That part of the lane is
crossover.
Going to hold as much.
Oh, he caves it in on a runaway. For a Some days it's your day, and that's going to keep him going. You got cash? You got cash?
FDA fine. FDA fine.
Get out of here. Oh, God.
Strike here, and we are.
You got to lighten up, High.
Push a little.
Boom. Good shot. 3-bagger. All right, now we're within a pin.
Yep.
Too funny. He's out of his mind. You know that.
Funny thing is he doesn't need the alcohol to be like this.
Would you think? No, he's that way all the time, which is awesome. Frame number 8. Shane looking to take the lead. Needs another one right here. And, oh, angle was a little different. Looked like he sent it out a little bit wider. So the angle came in flat 6-pin, no 10. So spare conversion will give him 141 in the 7th, spare in the 8th.
Push.
Hold. Oh, boy. Ow. So now 149 open in the 8th. Look at the advantage for John Thomas in there if he can put one up. Unbelievable. Absolutely put it out of reach just about. Best Shane Ponce can do now is 209 plus 24 for 233.
Looks pretty good.
Will it hold?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
look at that. Gave it right back to him. 4, 6, 7. Get 2. Get 2.
So my wife is telling me there could be a new revenue stream. It's just get your insults in, folks. I'll read them on air. $100 a piece.
God. That'd be brutal.
Yeah, we might not be able to have any other commentary.
Really. Oh, and he only gets 1. So he's got 138 in the 8th.
Exactly 11 pins.
Wow. So frame number 9.
It's a 2-frame match. Scratch.
Yep.
It's like our roll-off earlier without the handicap.
Don't say it.
The odds of them doing exactly the same thing.
And, ooh, I thought it was going to be a 7-10. Cock kicked the 7 out, leaves the 10.
Surprised they haven't made us pause so they can take the lane machine down to 30 and oil back this way.
Yeah. Good point.
That's
what I would've done.
Yeah. Too late now.
We're almost to the end.
Yeah. 2 frames ago.
All right,
John
we want to
Thomas
strike here to avoid a
58.
tie.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't think he's really missed on this lane. I say that and then he
That's
missed
better.
by a mile.
Yes. Shot. Okay. He's going to finish first, so John Thomason is going to know what he needs.
Well, I mean, could shut him out.
233 is the max for Shane Ponce with his handicap. Let's see, 58. 213. Wow. Basically, I think John's going to match him, right?
Yeah.
For a, don't say it.
I'm not saying
It'll be another 9th and 10th if we have to do that.
If he gets a strike here, the odds go.
Well, yeah, of course. Will it sit or will it hold?
got
Lucky 3, 6, 10. He liked it for about 45 feet. And then he saw the ball shape up. He knew he was in
Yeah.
trouble.
Ran into some friction.
Okay, now the best he can do is 99 and 24 for 223.
He hasn't made a spare yet.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
Hard
gonna
and
look
straight.
good. Oh,
Oh, thank you all.
twice.
All right. So, 189.
He's definitely not using a
213.
plastic ball for spares, I'll tell you that. Because he would have made them all if he were. Not really sure what that is.
Thank you.
Okay, if he throws a strike and John does not, first ball in the 10th, it's over.
It's true. You want the bad news?
No, shush.
Stay up, stay up.
There we
Oh,
go.
no.
Ta-da.
I wasn't cheering against him by saying that. I was cheering against the tie.
I hear you. Okay, so 189, 213. And let's see what we got to do
He
here.
goes strike.
Dude,
and
78.
the- if
He's
he
got to go
doesn't
strike,
double-
strike spare, he ties.
If he doesn't
Anything
double,
but a strike, he loses. If he doubles, he wins. It's all the gambits there. It's anything possible. And first ball in the 10th. And he went up high. So Shane Ponce of Lakewood is going to be your winner. Shane's 3rd title. Defeating John Thomason of Thornton. Shane's going to take home $2,721 in a close match. John Thomason, 2nd place, $1,360. And okay, here we go. All right. So we're going to get a fill ball from John, but other than that, we should be in good shape. No, am I lying or what? Yeah, he can't win. Yeah. He can get
He's
within
down by
2.
12 right now.
Yeah, he can get to within 2. Other side, John. John. All right. So we know what the final is. So because we have the league coming in, let's end it right now. And folks, we'll see you at Crown Lanes next week with almost $3,000 first place. Thanks for tuning in this week. Al Wolf, Nick LaSorsa, producer Scott Sledgester with ColoradoSports.TV. Saw a great match there. Shane Ponce of Lakewood winning his 3rd title and $2,721. Have a great week. We'll see you next week at Crown.